Hey, Shalom, Malkins, Rakam, Kapashim, James London, giving all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Chachadash. When I give double honors unto the elders, the apostles, the GMS, and Shalom Matnet to the whole for that spiritual truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. Right, I got this article here from Israel 365 News. Right, and they got an interesting title to the article here, right? And it shows you that these Edomites know, these Amalekites know, these elites know, and those that are, kind of rub shoulders with them, that kind of stuff, right? They know that this fire, this destroying fire, in the day of the Lord, right, is speaking about nuclear thermonuclear weapons, man. Right? They know that this is, these are, kind of like the weapons or the method the Most High is going to use to bring judgment upon the earth. Right? But in this context, right, they're using it against well, not using it against, but they're talking about Putin using his nuclear weapons, okay, against the Ukrainians, and bringing around World War III and all that kind of stuff. But they know, okay, because what they're referring to here is in Joel, or Joel, was it chapter 2, I believe. And I also got here Zechariah 14:12, okay, which this is what they're quoting from here, right? Which I'm gonna read it what it says here, right? Obviously this is not how it is in the King James, but actually let me just grab it up in the KJV. Did I read that wrong? Last 12. Right, so they know what the judgment is, right? So I'm going to read it. Right, it says Zechariah 14:12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Right, and we've, beginning of our elders and apostles, we've always broken this down for ages now, right? Years now, right? And we keep telling you, man, this is speaking about that nuclear blast, right? Because that's exactly what that's going to do, man. Okay, it's going to fry you up, right, and consume everything, right? So they know that this is this fire, okay, is nuclear fire. All right, they know. Okay. They're trying to go into scriptures now, talking about Gog and Magog. So they recognize Russia as Gog and Magog, right? So they know that, right? But they butcher it, right? So yeah, this is Gog and Magog, right? Russia doing their thing, right? Part of prophecy, right? See, the article is not as important as the point that is made, that they know that this okay, this destroying fire is a nuclear fire. Okay, that the Most High is going to use to judge the earth. Okay, they know this. But I was just trying to see if there was anything interesting that I remember reading. Some information here. So according to the Federation of American Scientists, Russia has just under 4,500 nuclear warheads in its stockpile, making it the largest military superpower in the world today. All right, and that's just what's declared. So there's probably a lot more. But anyway, so let's just grab the scriptures, man, because like I said, we've been telling you for years that is that this fire, okay, this judgment, is these nuclear weapons, man. You had some clowns, Israelite clowns, right? This Israelite group. I can't remember what group it is now, but because the scripture speaks about them as being arrows as well, right? And these men were talking like they're actual arrows. No, no, these are nuclear weapons, man, right? That shot from one end of the earth to the other. Let me see if I can find that. And the world. Right. So here it says here in 2 Ezra chapter 16. It says, "For strong is his right hand." This is speaking about the Most High, right? It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss." Okay, we don't do old ancient warfare anymore. We don't do bow and arrows and swords and shields. We don't do that. This is not this era, man. When it speaks about swords and shields and arrows and all this type of stuff here, okay, it's speaking about today, but it's not speaking about those actual elements, man. Okay, we have things that have replaced those things. Okay, these missiles are like arrows. Okay, the silos that shoot them are like the bows. The sword today is a modern, is the gun. You know, maybe knives and that kind of stuff. Shields, man, I wear armor. Horses, man, I got tanks and different types of jets and all this kind of stuff and whatever, right? War is upgraded, all right. So it's this the reference of them is what's the word, symbolic, or you know because this is what we use today, guns and bombs and all that kind of stuff, right? So these arrows, they're not talking about archers' arrows, right? Because no man could shoot from one end to from one end of the earth to the other. That's ridiculous, right? As we keep mentioning. Right, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay, and America is known as the ends of the world. Okay, that's the other side of the earth from where we are. Well, I say we, I mean Israel, and from Israel, right? It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until it come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow that which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again." All right. So that's just on that point. Okay, but let me get here in Joel chapter 2. And read from verse 1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds." Excuse me, right? Clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and strong, they have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right, and what we're about to read now is describing these nuclear missiles. All right, because this is signifying, the end, the Lord's judgment, His judgment against this people, right? Neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Right? Because once them nukes hit and they land, right, everything gets leveled, man, and scorched. Okay. Appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, and all faces shall gather blackness, man. They shall run like mighty men, and shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, right? Because they're going to be, shot off in waves, right? So they're going to be in formation, and you know, they're not going to collide with one another. Okay, the Spirit of the Lord is going to be with the missiles, man, to make sure they hit their targets. Right, as it goes on to say, "Neither shall one thrust another; they shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded." Right, because they're not alive. These are inanimate objects, man. Right, so they don't get wounded. But they fall, they destroy, right? They shall run from Slovakia. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Right, that nuclear wind, that blast, right? That's just gonna consume and overrun everything. Go through the windows of the buildings and over the houses and all of that, right? It says that the earth shall quake before them, right? So when these land, these are going to cause shockwaves for the earth. Okay, the scripture speaks about the earth reading to and fro like a drunkard, right? So this place, the whole earth is going to feel the vibrations and the earthquakes that it's going to set off around the world. Okay, these missiles are going to land on the land of America, Babylon the Great. Okay, um, the Lord shall sorry, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shine. Okay, because when them plumes of smoke go up from these explosions, man, it's gonna block out all the light. So you're not gonna see the stars and the sun and the moon and all that kind of stuff, because it's gonna be up in the air. You know, blocking their view. So the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, and his camp is very great, for he is strong and execute his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? Right. So this is what the Lord is gonna do, and you're gonna use in the day of the Lord, right? As part of his judgment. Okay, the land of America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Okay, and this is what we've been telling you, for years now. Okay, you don't want to accept it or believe it, right? But when it happens, you're going to know that we were the prophets, man, and the word of the Lord is true. And the names of our powers, okay, is Yahweh, which is the Most High, and His Son is Yahweh Shai. You're going to know these things. Okay, because we were the prophets in there, coming in their names, prophesying these things. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. It said, the word of the Lord came against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. All right, it says, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, which are their idols, right? Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein, right? This never happened to Babylon, by the way, right? This isn't talking about then, okay? But this is about to happen, man. America is spiritual Babylon, or Babylon the Great, okay? The whore and the beast, the harlot, right? And it says, which shall make her land desolate. This nation out of the north is speaking about Russia primarily, right? And they're going to come against America, which we can see, well, people should be able to see is on the cards right now, right? It says, which shall make her land desolate, right? America is going to become a desolate land, and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart, both man and beast, right? And I'm going to jump down a little bit, right? Verse 9. It says verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations, right? And you read Ezekiel 38, right? You're going to see Russia and their allies, right? But not only that, you're going to have the allies of America turn against America, right? So there's going to be an assembly of great nations, okay, that are going to come up. Okay, we got China on the Russia side too, right? And say you got nuclear powers and stuff ready to back Russia, right? It says, Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, okay, against Babylon, okay, Babylon the Great. For from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Okay, it ain't talking about bows and arrows, man. Okay, it's those missiles, man. Okay, those missiles is what's gonna get shot and shan't return. Okay, that are not gonna, thrust one another. They're not gonna, break from their ranks. Okay, the Lord is gonna guide those missiles into the land of America to destroy it, to make it desolate. Okay. Um, hmm. I might as well read on, right? Verse 10 says, "And Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage," right? Because you had our people in captivity in the land of America, and as slaves, right? And as beating, punching bags, as alligator bait, just abusing the hell out of us, man. Destroyed our people, right? Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, right? Because you're living it large right now. You're on top of the world. Okay, you're the mightiest of all nations, right? Most powerful of all nations. Okay, you've been having it good, right? Your mother shall be sore confounded. Okay, the mother of America is Britain. Okay, because you came out of Britain, out of Europe, right? Out of Britain, right? It says your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed, right? And ultimately, this is why everyone's going to turn their back on you, man. See, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, and dry land and a desert. Okay, speaking about America. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. Okay, like I said, this didn't happen to Babylon. Babylon is still inhabited today, which is Iraq. Still, people still there, right? This is talking about a future prophecy. Yeah, that's about to take place. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. So all of them that have got missiles and nuclear missiles, and man, they're gonna shoot at America, man. To spare no arrows, right? And that's why when you read about the scriptures, um, basically it mentions was it? I always forget this bloody number, man. 200 million missiles, if I remember that correctly, right? That's how much is going to be shot on upon America, man, to destroy it. All right. This is shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. All right, so that's the judgment of Babylon, right? This isn't, Putin's not going to do this now with Ukraine. He ain't. That's not what's going to happen. Okay, that's all prophesying the downfall of America. All right, so even though he can, Russia going to play their part in fulfilling these scriptures, Zechariah 14 and 12, right? This ain't going to be done in Ukraine, right? These imposters, man, they don't even understand that this is going to be employed against them too, to fulfill prophecy, to get the heathen out of the land of Israel. They don't even understand that yet, you know. But it just shows you, man, they know that this judgment and this fire is speaking about nuclear weapons, man. Is Isaiah 13 and 17 says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Okay, the Medes again is speaking about these Russians, right? So their bows also shall dust the young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, and their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, shall be the beauty of the Chaldeans. Excellence shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? We know how that went down. Okay, with fire. It shall never be inhabited. This is speaking about the same thing, the same judgment which is read in Jeremiah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And the time is near to come, her days shall not be prolonged. Okay, and this is the point we're at right now, man. We're in the last days, right? And Esau's trying to, get everything together, man. That's why he's coming through great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time, right? He's trying to put it all together now. Okay, this is why we're just coming out of one thing, the big C, right? And we've got this whole war thing going on with Ukraine and Russia, right? So, you know, Esau is moving on the back of all of this. Okay, putting things in position, getting you know the next phases of his agenda sorted, man. Right, but he's not got long left. You know, I'm just gonna end it with this, right? I didn't want to make this too long. Should have been 20 minutes already. But this is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 3. It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that was being overflowed with water perished. Right, the Most High has already brought a great judgment upon the earth already once before. Okay, and that was by water. Okay, the great flood. Right. It says, but the heavens and earth which are now, and that's to show you, man. You know, the scripture speaks about, you know, there being a new heaven and new earth. Right. It's not a brand new earth. It's not a brand new heaven. You know, the Most High didn't create a new earth, or he's not going to create a new earth. Because even by the way it's spoken here, it says, but the heavens and the earth which are now, meaning that these heavens and earth now are different from the heavens and the earth before. It's not because there's a new heaven and earth. It's just, you know, it restarted. Okay, and this new heavens and new earth, you're going to see the word kainos, which means refresh. Right? Things are going to be done over. We're going to hit the reset button when the Lord brings his judgment, man. Okay? We're going to reset this place. All right, but anyways, it says, but the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire. Okay, where is this fire coming from? These nuclear missiles, man. Right, against the day of judgment and the perdition of ungodly men. All right, so they know. They know, and it's coming for them. Okay, it's coming for all of them. Right, it's coming for all of them, man. They're all gonna taste of that fire. Right? They're all gonna get a taste, right? So you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. And I said I hope this is an edifying video, and I'll catch you boys. This is on the next one, man. So till then, I'll say shalom.